Did you know that 1 in 3 seniors die with Alzheimer's or another dementia? In January of this year, Mayo Clinic stated on their site, which is a health information site, it defined Alzheimer's as a disease that progressively destroys your memory and other mental functions. Dealing with memory loss, the decline in the ability to speak, and having a personality change is very difficult. Alzheimer's Association helps the victims and families cope and get support. Since joining my sorority, I have learned much more about this amazing organization because it's one of our philanthropies. I have been able to devote my time to helping them. Today I'm going to talk about exactly what the Alzheimer's Association is, the fundraisers that are held, and how the funding is used. First, I'm going to talk about what the Alzheimer's Association is. They are the world's leading voluntary health organization in Alzheimer's care, support, and research. The association works on global, national, and local levels to provide support. The Alzheimer's Association stated recently on their website that they run more than 4,500 support groups throughout the country. Caregivers can also be provided to families that need them. In a 2013 Facts and Figures video written by the Alzheimer's Association, they stated that there are more than 15 million caregivers that are used for Alzheimer's and dementia patients. In 2012 alone, they provided over 17 billion hours of unpaid care. For the past 30 years, the Alzheimer's Association has been part of every major research advancement linked to Alzheimer's. They have been able to provide this through the partnerships they've made, the fundings that they've provided. The Alzheimer's International Committee, or Conference, is held annually to bring together thousands of researchers to share information and their findings. Next, I'm going to move on to the fundraisers that are held. The largest event in this nation is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. It is held in over 600 communities. The walk is a 2 to 3 mile walk that can be run or walked, usually done as a team. And in 2011, the Walk to End Alzheimer's raised $47 million in nearly 650 walks. A recently written letter to raise money for the 2013 walk, written by the Alzheimer's Association, stated that Sigma Kappa raised $16,000 in 2012. This year, we're trying to raise $20,000. This just shows how much they grow each year. Another team event is the Longest Day. The fundraisers consist of 16 hours sunrise to sunset full of activities. Some activities that have been chosen before are hiking, running, biking, or a combination of many. Luckily, as a team event, they are allowed to tag out so some can have a break. The only rule is that each member has to raise $100 per hour of activity. Just from one person, they can raise $1,600 for the association. A less publicized event is letter writing campaigns. This is when just a large group of people get together and send out many letters to just raise awareness, get money, donations, and small groups are not as effective in this, but as a big group, you can send out so many more letters. And this is usually used just to fundraise for the events that are going on, but as I said, it can be used throughout the year. Lastly, I'm going to go over the 2012 funding and where it went. In 2012, the Research Center for Alzheimer's Association stated in their research grant portfolio that approximately $12.2 million were used to fund 78 scientific investigations. 22% of the projects were used on the treatment and care of the Alzheimer's individuals. 59% of the studies were on the molecular and chemical aspects of the disease. And the last 19% were used on studies for diagnosing the disease earlier and the factors that may contribute to the onset of the disease. In conclusion, I went over what the Alzheimer's Association is, the fundraisers that are held, and how the funding is utilized. Dealing with the symptoms of Alzheimer's is hard, but the Alzheimer's Association has committed to helping those individuals. Someday there will be a world without Alzheimer's. Thank you for your attention.